Hey, what's up? So I'm not gonna do another lore video today because I got really busy with personal stuff again. So I'm gonna do another tutorial, but I feel like you guys are gonna really enjoy this tutorial because it seems to be something hard that I see a lot of people struggling with on the internet. So I'm gonna do my best to give you a decent guide on how to do it. Okay, so basically what I'm going to be showing you guys what the paint is this right here, the stained glass that comes with the emulator. And obviously you can use this for other models too, but seems that GW decided when remaking the emulator and they wanted stained glass, they decided to give us these clear ass pieces, but like no real instructions on what to do with this. At least, you know, with being able to, I don't know if you guys can tell, but like and stuff can still shine through. So basically that's what I'm going to be showing you guys, is how to paint stained glass in a way that allows light to go through. And it may not be as hard as you think. Basically, what I've figured out is basically just take your washes, or if you have any glazes, your glazes. I don't have one here, but and what you'll do is you'll see, the camera will focus. You'll kind of see how there's when they molded the clear plastic, the would be the metal frames of the stained glass is raised, and you're going to use that to your advantage. So basically what you want to do is get your, not your smallest brush, but like a decently small brush, and whatever colors you're going to use. Like let's just start with my blue glaze. I mean, if you have a blue wash, same basic process. Nothing crazy. And what you're gonna do is you're just gonna get a tiny bit on your brush, not too much, just a tiny bit. You're gonna use the raised areas to your advantage. So basically what you're gonna do is kind of very carefully use your brush to transfer the glaze or the wash and pull it inside like so. And depending on what brand you're using and how thick it is, it may take more or less. All depends. But you can see it's kind of building up a nice glass base there, like shiny build up there. And it will be all right if you get on the frame a bit, because you will be pinning over that with whatever color you use. And I'll show you how to do that once this dries. And when you switch colors, you're gonna do like you normally do with all your paints. Wash your brush, and then dry it. You're gonna make sure it's dry as possible, because this, with since you're working with your washes and your glazes and inks and all that, you'll wanna be as dry as possible. And then and when you do another color, like I'm gonna do my red here, or I guess you could call it red. I don't know. You're gonna be slightly more careful when applying it, because since you're applying it to another color, you don't want them to mix. So you're gonna be a little bit more careful. But it's the same idea. You're gonna just kind of dab it into it and let it pool like so. and it's just slightly irritating that GW decided, oh, we're gonna give them just. I understand why, you know, because, you know, part of the hobby is, you know, painting it, but like at the same time though, how in the world are we supposed to figure this out? This took me a good minute to figure out. I think it took me a month before I started painting my emulator when I got it, because I was trying to figure out how to do the damn stained glass. Right, so by the time you're done, depending on how many colors you use, it should look something like this. Now, the shitty part is this part, the next part you're gonna have to wait. Gonna have to be a few hours. I would give it honestly a full 24 hours just to be sure, because even sometimes after even like 2 or 3 hours, it won't be all the way dry, and you'll just end up spilling it everywhere, and then that's just a pain in the ass to fix. Okay, so now that you know, all the wash and stuff is dry, obviously some parts I'm gonna have to put another layer down, but for now I'm just going to show you guys the next step, which is obviously adding what color you want your frames, and that's pretty basically very simple. Just pick your color. Usually you want it to be a solid color. Like I'm just gonna go with, you know, black, you know, Abaddon black. Nothing complicated or anything like that. Now what you want to do is to make this a little easier on yourself. You want to add not too much water. You just want a little tiny bit of water. You don't want too much, because obviously since this plastic isn't, you know, primed, because, you know, want to still have the light shine through the window part, you're basically just gonna paint onto the plastic. So you're gonna add very little water to your black, maybe none at all, but I just add some a little bit, and then you're just gonna do the best to coat it. Not gonna be the easiest paint job, and most likely you're gonna have to do several layers to get a decent coating. Like I believe I had to do at least 3 layers for this one. I used a little less water this time to thin my paint. Honestly, maybe I shouldn't have used any water, but you just gotta practice, you know, patience with this one. And of course, this next part, I'll be remiss if I didn't mention this. So for this part, you want to be very careful. Just lightly. You're just going to very lightly go over the frame with the side of your brush. You're just going to do it very lightly. This part will definitely test your patience, but as long as you keep a steady hand and nice and patience, so you're starting to build up a decent looking frame for your glass, and bam, after I believe I did about 3 or 4 layers of the Abaddon black, got a decent looking frame. And once the black paint is fully dry, you can, if you need to, you can use whatever highlight you're using for your emulator and edge highlight. Obviously I'm going to have to go back with some of the washes in some of these areas to get more color back if I so choose, but yeah, I am pretty happy with the way this came out, and hopefully this helps you guys a lot. with your painting of stained glass. I'm sure you can use this for other pieces of clear plastic for your models. Um, but yeah, this is this is my first time dealing with clear plastic when I got my emulators, so I had to figure this out on my own. So I figured, why not put what I learned by myself out there to help other people. So enjoy your painting, stay safe, and may the Emperor's light protect.